Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. I think my computer froze there, so I don't know what happened to that. Tried to go live, and I don't know, it seemed to be frozen. I don't know if that's StreamYard or if that's my computer. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. So right now, I don't have anybody in the chat, so everyone's probably wondering what the hell happened. Hopefully, they'll see that I'm streaming again. So this might be just on the record. Everyone's going to be watching this maybe on the replay. Maybe I played too much of that song. That usually gets me into trouble with YouTube. That's usually the problem. I don't know. The best music I really want to play, I can never play it. YouTube usually bans me. Or they'll knock me off the streaming. I don't know, it's a little strange. All right, so I am going to highlight the CovrPrice weekend review. Let me pull that up here in a moment. I'll share that with you guys to kind of give you my take. Couple interesting books on there this week. All right, let's see here. All right, we got Grandmaster Stash in the house. We got Flooper. We got Cameron D. Thank you guys for joining. Let me share my screen. We'll jump into the CovrPrice weekend review. Give you my take on things here. What's kind of moving on the plate. All right, there we go. So this email comes out every week. Usually it's on the weekends. So I think I got this just the other day. Week ending July 24th. I think I got it early this morning, in fact. So it's pretty recent. So we'll start off with the first book here. This has been on a couple hot lists here for the last month or so. This is kind of a ghost book. It's really a tough book to find. I don't know. There might be a back issue bin somewhere out there that this is still sitting in for CovrPrice or less. Maybe it's in a dollar bin somewhere. I don't know. But not a book I have all that much interest in, because I've been hearing for probably 3 years now that they're going to make a movie with the Blue Marvel. It's not going to. I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I feel kind of bad for the people that are paying crazy prices for this book. 9/8 just sold for $1,325. I kind of agree with CovrPrice here. They say Blue Marvel has such a small footprint in the Marvel Comics universe and is a long shot CU introduction. But his first appearance is one of the most valuable modern books. It doesn't. I mean, it's a rare book. I think that's what it has going for it. It came out in 2008. I mean, if I found the book, if I came across it for under $100, I'd buy it. But yeah, I don't understand what the upside. I guess the upside of paying $1,325 for that book is there's probably very, very few graded 9/8s on the census. It's probably one of the reasons. But I don't see this ever being made into a movie. I don't see this character ever appearing in anything, movie, TV show, nothing. So I don't know. It's just one of those things that's just hard to explain, but people are willing to pay a lot of money for it. So I don't get it. All right, next one is All New Marvel Now, .1, number 1, the McNiven 1 in 75 variant. So this was a book that I'm sure was not heavily ordered by a lot of shops, so it's pretty rare. This is the first full appearance, I believe, of Kamala Khan. It says here that Marvel is very close to making a casting decision. That mixed with expectations for Marvel to share new content news during the San Diego Comic-Con at home sent her first full appearance in this issue to new high sale of $3,750 for a CGC 9/8. Wow. I don't know, guys. What would you rather own? A CGC 9.8 of that book, or a an 8.0, 8.5 of Hulk 181? I think I'd rather own the Hulk 181. I mean, I don't know what Hulk 181 at $3,750 graded condition would be. I would imagine at least an 8.0 to an 8.5, maybe a 9.0. I would much rather own a 181, Hulk 181, versus this book. Yeah, I get that it's rare. It's a 1 in 75. It's probably not a lot of them out there, but Kamala Khan is not the character of a Wolverine. I mean, she's just not a marquee character in my opinion. I don't think she ever will be. I feel bad for the people that are paying that kind of money right now. Well, I don't know. Should I feel bad for somebody that's kind of being stupid? I don't know. Maybe they'll be right and I'm wrong. It's very possible I'll be wrong, but I don't know. To me, that just seems crazy to me to pay that kind of money for a modern book. I'd rather own a 1970s first appearance of a major character that I know will be around comic books and movies for years and years to come. I don't think Kamala Khan is in that category. So far, there's 2 books. The first 2 books CovrPrice is highlighting, I would not spend serious money for at all. All right, next one is a book I have in my collection, Annihilation Conquest Wraith. I bought this probably, I'm going to say 3 years ago. I bought the whole set for like $25 shipped. So I got a pretty good deal. There was no one really paying attention to it at that time. I think at that time there was no real connection of Wraith to Null or the Venom symbiote universe. There was no connection there. I just thought it was kind of a cool looking cover. And he kind of looked like Null, right? I mean, he kind of had that look like, yeah, I think when Null first came out, I thought, man, that looks like Null. So I think that was either the reason I bought it or he looked like Elric. So I've been collecting Elric for several years now. And he just kind of looked like an Elric type character. Null is also an Elric type character. Tall, thin, white, pale with white long hair. I mean, that's basically Elric is the original iteration of that character, that prototype type character. But a 9.8 just sold for 9.9 just sold for almost $1,200. Obviously, a 9.9 is pretty rare. I can understand why someone might be interested in forking out that kind of money. 9.8 is still selling around $350. I'm pretty sure my copy is a 9.8. I mean, I bought it. I probably read it once and put it in a Mylar, so it's either 9.8 or a 9.6. So I'm glad to have that book in my collection. I think Wraith is going to be tied into Null. I think there's bigger plans. So is there more upside to this book? Probably. I think there is. So, there might be a good deal out there. Maybe one pops on eBay, raw and high grade. That might be worth buying. But I would imagine at this point, a raw high grade is probably going to be well over $100, right? If I go on eBay right now, what do I see? I see one raw near mint condition for $150. I see a 9.8, somebody asking for a 9.8 CGC, asking $450. That seems pretty steep. There's a 9.6, someone's asking $230. There is a new listing already up to $70, 6 days left on the auction. But yeah, I would say near mint condition, 9.4 or better, you're probably looking at in raw condition at least $150 for this book. That might be your best bet. I mean, I'm not someone who buys books and gets them graded, especially if I'm not looking to sell the book. Yeah, that set now is going for somebody has it listed for $335 for the set. Amazing. I think I paid $25. Yeah. So I don't know. That's crazy. I think there's big plans for Wraith. So keep that one on your radar. If you find it out in the wild, maybe cheap, maybe pick it up. I think that would be a good one to look for. Let's see here. Who else do we have in the chat? We got the Sula stuff. We got Bagged and Hoarded. We got Card Stock Variant. Craig69 is also with us. He's not really here. he's probably just checking us out occasionally. We got the Comic Connector with us as well. We got Infamous. Don't worry about being late to the meeting. I was late as well. We got Dollar Ben. Hey, Richie, what's up, buddy? I think he's referring to Wolverine, $5,000 book in 8.5. There you go. So that book's gone crazy. Should have never sold my 9.6. Oh well, life happens, right? One of these days I'll make enough money where I'll buy that 9.6 again. I won't. Who knows what the price will be at that point? Yeah. Limited books, 20, 25, 50, 100 copies that don't command those crazy prices. Yeah, I mean, the marketplace is the marketplace. I mean, I don't try to argue with it. I just know for myself, I don't think I would spend, that Blue Marvel. That book has no appeal to me. I don't see that character ever appearing on a Marvel Universe movie, but I don't know. Maybe people know something I don't. I don't know. We got Gabriel Fonseca with us. Just sold the Wraith book for $350. I hope I don't regret it. You got a good price. I mean, that's a premium price for that book, no doubt about it. Is there something bigger than Null in store? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think there is right now. I can't, at least in the Marvel universe, I can't think of anything bigger. DC universe, I don't know. The Robin King could be a big deal. It depends on what they do with the character. So I read something today from Snyder and Capullo that was pretty interesting regarding Robin King, that he's kind of a demented, like 12-year-old, like really demented. So I think the Robin King could be the next big character in comic books. But obviously that's with DC. With Marvel, I don't think with Marvel there's anything bigger than Null. No doubt about it. I think Null's going to be the king character for a while, I think. At least until that movie comes out. Dollarben says number 1 is priced out. Wraith number 2 is the obvious spec book since they are $15 to $25. And it's the first appearance of Exelon, which are parasites from Null's body. There you go. That's good spec. So Wraith number 2, that's probably something that a lot of collectors are overlooking. At this point, though, it's probably hard to find a Wraith number 2 being sold by itself. I would imagine it's going to be sold in a set. So, of course, you're going to be paying, quite a bit for the Wraith number 1. But you never know. You might be able to find an odd listing where someone's just trying to sell the second issue because they got an extra copy for sale, whatever. So that might be something to look for. Keep your eyes open for that. All right, Gabriel says they posted spoilers on the Wraith one-shot. He's basically made from Null trash, and Null takes his powers. Nice. He's a little afterbirth, symbiote afterbirth, right? Agent J.R. Ewing, Mountain Man. Yeah, I've got the beard. I'm not in the mountains anymore. I'm back to flat old Florida. Nice humid weather. There was a storm rolling in earlier, but it looks like it dissipated. Sometimes it comes from the east. A lot of times it's I live near Wesley. I'm a little bit west of Wesley Chapel, so a lot of times the rain will die out before it gets to my house. But it makes for some interesting evenings sometimes. We get some interesting weather around here. We got Cup of Comics in the house. What's up, Cup? Discovery Bay, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. JB, I think, right? Discovery Bay, JB. We got Craig69. He's checking in with us again. We got Carter Lee in the house. What's up, Carter? You know the saying, but it's better to have loved and lost. Yeah, than to never had it all. Yeah, I know. Everyone knows my story about my Hulk 180, my Hulk 181.96 white pages. That would cost me what, 16 to 20 grand large right now to buy that back, probably at least. Yeah, that's on my bucket list. I will own that book again, I promise you. It's just a matter of time. When my business gets really going, I think next 10 years are going to be critical for me. My business is growing really, really well. And I'm figuring probably 10 years from now, things continue the way they have been. I'll have hopefully the disposable income to throw 20 grand down, 25, 50 grand maybe on a book. Hopefully I have the money to do that. We'll see. That's the goal. We'll see if I can do that or not. Obviously every year that book gets more expensive. So I don't know. Maybe I should get a line of credit and borrow to buy that book. DT's in the house. What's up, D? Infamous says, maybe cardstock variant meant that there is another entity bigger than Null in the works. Oh, okay. Black Winter, maybe, right? That could be. I know Black Winter's first appearance is being heavily speculated on still. Thor #5 keeps going up in price. I'm still a little upset about not getting my Thor #5 1 in 25 Ribic variant that I thought I had purchased through Midtown, and they ended up telling me it's not available. Yeah, that's going to sting for a while. I'm still upset about that. Oh, well. Yeah, if anybody wants to donate a Thor #5 1 in 25 incentive cover to me, I'd be more than happy to accept. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. Dollar Bin says, I bought 4 copies on eBay. There you go. Dollar Bin's loaded up. He's ready on that spec. Yeah, everybody should be following Dollar Bin on Instagram. His posts are awesome. He's one of the best at speculating. I get a lot of info from him. Yeah, Dylan Brock, he's definitely going to be important in the upcoming plans, I would say, with Carnage, Venom, Null. I would agree with that. I think that's going to continue to be an important character. So, but Venom 7 and 9, those are the two key books. Various variants. I know there's second prints out there, things like that. So keep your eyes open for those books. Man, we got 27 people watching this right now. That's crazy. By the way, I don't think he's responded yet. I invited Aaron Bartling to join my Thursday live stream. He's the artist that did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. His cover is the hottest cover right now. I think it's like a $400 to $500 book. I did send him a message seeing if he had time to join my live stream on Thursday, so I'll let you know if that happens. I will definitely post that. If I hear back from him today or tomorrow, I will definitely post that show in advance so that everybody knows. I'd love to get him on the channel. especially just to talk about his art, talk about him. I want to kind of promote him as an artist. I think he could be one of those big artists in the next few months, and I'm going to try to do my part to help him out. So stay tuned, guys. I've been communicating with him pretty regularly, so he definitely gave me the verbal that he would like to come on my live stream, one of my live streams. So I'll see if I can nail him down this week, depending on his schedule. So I'll let you guys know about that. Let's see here. Let me get back to the, I've kind of gone off topic here. Let's get back to the list. Weekend review from CovrPrice. So we talked about Annihilation Conquest Wraith #1. That book's hot, obviously. This next one looks really cool. Man, I kind of wish I had known about this a few years ago. I think the price would have been somewhat reasonable 2 or 3 years ago when they first announced the Eternals movie. I think, wasn't that 2 years ago? I mean, I remember kind of vaguely looking for Dark Knight. Black Knight. I do have a couple Black Knight books that I bought. I have a really cool incentive cover that I bought last year that has gone up quite a bit in value. But this is the one I should have bought. Man, that's a cool. I love that cover too. The black border, the yellow, the black and yellow. He's on the horse. He's got a word bubble. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I can't read that. Just a cool looking cover. I like that cover a lot. It looks like a CGC 1.8 sold this week for $2,400. Wow. Yeah, so that book is a little out of my price range. I would imagine with the black cover, that's probably pretty hard to find in high grade. It looks like not that long ago, a 6.0 sold for $2,900. Man, that seems like a good deal now. If a 1.8 sold for $2,400, imagine what that 6.0's got to be worth now. That 6.0's got to be what, $5,000–6,000 book, maybe more. 1955. That is an old book. Those are probably tough to find in good condition. There's probably some heat on that book. I mean, that's one of those books that if you know, I don't know. That's out of my league figuring out how to do that. But it's a cool looking book. I like it. I love the cover on that. Next one is a book I kind of regret. Could have bought this a couple times in the last 3-4 years. I looked at First Prince raw for about $300. Didn't buy one. Thought it was too expensive. What do I know? So this is the Edge of Spider-Verse #2. Dark version. I guess there's a variant of that issue. Sold a 9/8. Sold for $1,575. So it's like a color variant. I don't know if it was meant to be done that way, a mistake. But Spider-Gwen's, been pretty popular the last several years. Spider-Verse movies coming out. Spider-Verse 2, I'm sure she'll be in it. Yeah, there's a lot of heat on this book. It's one of those books that I could have bought and I didn't, and I kind of regret it now. What are you going to do? You can't get them all. So that is a cool looking book. And it is on fire at the moment, especially in high grade. Next one is Marvel Comics 1000, the Disney D23 Ramos exclusive. I remember when this book came out, I easily could have bought one for about $100, and there was a lot of them for sale for around $100. Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, that would have been a good buy. 9/8 just sold for $1,000. There's also an ultra rare black and white version. I have seen that on eBay for sale before. If I remember right, that was probably at least 6 months or longer ago. And that black and white was pretty expensive. I think it was like a $600–700 book back then. That was in raw condition. So I'm sure it's worth way more now. Yeah, I mean, all things Disney. Disney's pretty popular. In fact, I have one to show off tonight. I posted it on my Instagram before, but I will show you guys here in the live stream a Disney book that's pretty hot right now. Next one is Negan Lives #1, the red foil variant. So there was a gold, I think there was a silver, It looks like this one's really rare, less than 500 print run. They're speculating on that. A raw copy sold this past week for $1,525. I don't know. Is that book, I don't know. I just think that's, I don't know. I would be very scared to pay big money for that book. I mean, I get that it's rare, but is there going to be demand for that in the future? I don't know. I would be very leery of that. Next one is New England Newsletter number 14 from 1986. I have no idea what this is. It's not a comic book. First official appearance of the Tick. All right, the Tick. All right. It's one of those rare things. It's not really somewhat comic book related, but looks like a 9.4 CGC sold for $1,625. It's crazy. All right, next one is Outlaw number 1, the Anna Rudd 1 in 50 variant. This is one of those books that, these kind of weird Marvel books that probably were under-ordered. Most shops did not order 50 copies of this book, so I'm sure it's pretty rare. Raw copy just sold this past week for $500. 10 times ratio, right? So sometimes it pays to buy these obscure ratio Marvel books because who the heck knows what's going to happen at some point. Next one is Spawn number 1. By the way, I want to talk for a minute about McFarlane. I just watched the sci-fi documentary. It just aired. It aired Saturday night. No, Sunday night. Sunday night. It was either Saturday or Sunday. It might have been Saturday night. It was on Sci-Fi. If you guys are, if you have Sci-Fi in your cable thing, you can probably pull it up. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube soon. So it was a documentary about Todd McFarlane. It was really, really good. I liked it. It kind of dove into his past. It dove into the early years when he was 16 years old. He was playing baseball, trying to break into the major leagues. He wasn't obviously good enough to do that. He lived in Canada. He was playing baseball. He was drawing constantly. He was an artist since the age of 5. And it was just a great story about relentless optimism, relentless drive. He got 300 rejection letters. He submitted letters to Marvel, DC, Eclipse, all these obscure publishers as well. And somebody finally gave him a break, and I think McFarlane said that it was basically because everyone got tired of getting stuff from him in the mail. So they gave him a break. And it was just really a fascinating story about somebody who just created his future. I mean, it's just amazing. And I love how he left Marvel, and they kept trying to control his creative process. And I relate to it a lot because I left the bank. I was a corporate guy at a bank for many, many years. And just 2 years ago, I left and started my own business. And I'm so glad I did it. I wish I had done it years before. So I can kind of relate to McFarlane in that way, controlling your destiny type of thing. And I have nothing but praise to say about Todd McFarlane. He is the Todd father. He's definitely changed the comic book industry. There's no doubt about it. I don't think you would have independent books today without McFarlane. Him starting Image really, really put independent comic book publishing and creative control on the map. And I just, I think the world of him. So very inspiring. I definitely recommend that you guys watch that. It's on Sci-Fi. I think the title of it is Todd McFarlane, The Hell I Won't is the title. And he's a maverick. I mean, that's what I like about him. He's he did his own thing and created his own destiny. And there's, that's nothing better than that, to see someone do that. All right, let me get back to the chat. I know I've been sort of ignoring it for a time here. Let's see here. Bagged and hoarded Daredevil. Everyone still remembers me buying that CGC 9.8. Yeah. I'll trade my CGC 9.8 Daredevil #2 for a Hulk 181. Anybody wants to take me up on that. D has a Thor #5, 1 in 25. There you go, D. I'm sure it's at least $200. I think the going price on that book's at least $200 plus. That I should have bought for $22, but Midtown decided not to sell it to me at the last moment, even though it was in my pull list for 3 weeks, something like that. Yeah, it's a sore subject with me. What are you gonna do? Carter says in that Wraith one-shot is revealed that the God of Light is the opposite of Null, but what will become of that character is unknown. All right. There you go. So there's some outside spec that no one's really thinking about. I like that. Dollar Bin has some awesome spec for us, dropping a huge one after FOC tonight. That's right. It is Monday, isn't it? So what, Monday after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? All right, Richie, make sure you message me. If you've already told me, I've probably already forgot. I don't even know what it is. Infamous says, yeah, I'm going to find you on Instagram. So expect to get a lot of Instagram followers, Dollar Bin. So, by the way, I checked my Instagram. I'm currently up to, how many followers do I have now? I have 893 followers. So I'm getting close to that 1,000 mark, which is pretty cool. That's certainly a little bit more power than my YouTube channel. It's outpacing my YouTube channel right now, which is good. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Dollar Bin and I have talked about doing a show together. I think we plan on doing that. Unless he changes his mind. I don't know. I'm not the easiest person to get along with sometimes. Just ask my wife, she'll tell you. So hopefully Dollar Bin and I will be coming soon with a weekly show highlighting specs. Venom A 9A is a $100 book raw now. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think it was that high. That's crazy. Carter says Dylan becomes the living avatar of the God of Light. There you go. That'd be cool. That'll definitely drive the price on that Venom 9 book a little bit more, right? Dollar Bin says, what's turned me on to Codex to Dylan is that John Boy exclusive for Venom 27 with Codex in the mask, with laser targets coming out of his eyes, like Dylan's powers controlling symbiote with mind through eyes. There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty cool. John Boy Myers. Is it John Boy Myers? He's a good artist. I like his art. I got a strict 7:30 cutoff, guys. We got 20 minutes left. I'll try to get as much information in here as I can in 20 minutes. I want to show some books too that I got, so I want to leave time for that. JR wants that D23 book. Yeah, that's a good one. That is not a cheap book now. All right, let's get back to the list here, the cover price list. Next one is Silk #1, the Stacey Lee 1 in 25 variant. It's kind of a cool cover. 9.8 just sold for $350. Raw selling around $200. That's pretty strong. Next one is I wasn't aware of this one. There's a Spider-Man #1 Sarah Pichelli Black and White Comics Pro variant. That's probably fairly rare. These were selling around $25. Now selling around $308 raw. Wow. So I don't think I have that one in my collection. I think I would remember that. That's just one of those books that who knows? You might find that just laying around in a back issue bin easily. Star Wars Darth Vader #3. The Laraka 1 in 25 variant. I think I remember when that book came out. That was a good book. 98 just sold for $700. Man, these prices are crazy. Star Wars has gone nuts. Some of the stuff the Star Wars books are going for is crazy right now. Man, there's still plenty of room for this to grow too. So that is I think that is the first appearance of Dr. Alfra. I do have the first print in my collection, regular first print, but yeah, I don't have the 1 in 25, unfortunately. That would have been a nice pickup for 25 bucks. 98 selling for 700, amazing. Another book I kind of regret not buying. I remember looking at this cover and I should have bought it. I bought the regular A cover instead. I think at the time this was like a $40, $50 book. Strange Academy #1, the Jerome Opeña 1 in 50 variant. Homage to the Breakfast Club poster, I think. If you're someone of the 80s, you'll remember that. But 98 just sold for $850. It's crazy. That is going to be developed into a Disney Plus show. There's no doubt. I think everyone knows that. That's why the prices on that book are going crazy. Next one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, the third print. There is a Kanto 2, The Hollow Men #1, 1 in 10. That's an homage to this. It looks just as good. I bought 2 copies, by the way. So if you like Kanto, that's an IDW character. Look for the 1 in 10. I think it's, can't remember the artist. It looks just like it looks like this cover though. It just has all these different Kanto characters on it, but it looks just like it. So it's a cool homage. I think that book's going to be pretty hot. Next one is Thor: God of Thunder #2, the Acuna 1 in 50 variant. Cool looking cover. I love Acuna's artwork. That whole series is nuts. I've got the whole set 1 through 25. I don't have all the variants. I think I've got a couple here and there, but don't have that one, unfortunately. 98 selling for $935 now. That's crazy expensive. Venom #4, third print. By the way, let me go grab some books. I forgot. There's a couple I want to grab. I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Oh. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. I was looking for a book. I have still 25 people that hanging out here. It's amazing. I can't believe it. All right. So this is a big book, Venom #4, third print. I did happen to grab a copy a week ago for $30 shipped. I'm glad I did. All right, nice near mint copy. This is pretty high grade. I picked this up for $30. It looks like this is selling around 125 to 150 pretty consistently. I think that's the first. It's not the first cover appearance of Null, obviously, but I think that's the first appearance of his Necro Sword or something like that. So that's the significance of this book. So this book's gone kind of crazy. So this was a $30 book about a week and a half ago that I bought it, and now it's selling for crazy money. And I think this one's also going up. This is Venom #4, second printing. So the second print's not quite as hot. I think this might be a $50, $60 book, but yeah, the third print's kind of nuts right now. Just like the third print of #3, right? That book, that's the one I don't have, unfortunately, but yeah, this one's gone nuts. Got that for $30. That was a good price. So I'm going to show some books here. I may finish off the cover price, may not. I've got 9 minutes left. Catwoman 23. Yeah, I got like 4 copies of this book. I got probably another 5 coming. So I'm pretty loaded up on Catwoman #23. First appearance of Catgirl. She's on the cover there. Not named in the book, but this will be her first appearance. This is definitely going to be a key book. I think it's selling pretty consistently around $20 on eBay right now. Don't know if it's going to go a lot higher than that, at least unless this character has more significance in the DC universe. We'll find out shortly. Another couple books that I'm really proud to have. I have posted this on Instagram, so some of you have seen this already. Yeah, I got a couple sets of the Delato Mickey Mouse. So two color. What is it? 2 color sets. All right, the color sets are out of 666. I got number 53 and 54. Both absolute mint. And then the black and white, which goes for a little bit more money. Obviously lower print run. These are listed out of 333 copies, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, this is the set basically. So these were the sets that, Scorpion Comics, I pay very much attention to the books they put out because they do really low print run exclusives. They usually do really, really well. So this was a $60 set that sells for what, $700, $800 now. Yeah, so it did really well on that. Makes up for all the other things I bombed on. Venom 25, this Raposa is a second print. I kind of thought that was cool. I picked up 3 copies. I don't think it's gone up too much in price. It's might be like an $8 book now. But the one that definitely has blown up, I bought 3 copies of, is Venom 25, the second print. Wraparound. It's got this character. I guess this is going to be the first cover appearance technically of, I don't know if it's Codex. I don't know if he's been named yet. Who knows what his name is? I think that's still up for debate. But there's like characters on here. There's this guy over here. I don't really know who he is yet. So there's certain characters on that cover that we're not too sure of yet. So this is like a $30 book now. I bought 3 copies for $3.99 probably for cover price. So that book's doing really well at the moment. Another book that's Venom related that's doing really well is I told everybody to buy this on my channel. So if you're watching my channel or follow my Instagram, you definitely know about this. Venom 26. This is the scan variant homage to Tales of Suspense, the first appearance of Iron Man. That's definitely an homage to that. It's pretty cool. virus on the cover there. Yeah, this is one of these books. I think you could have bought this for a while. It was available for weeks at $20, and I think now it sells around 40 to 50. So it has doubled in price. Got a couple copies of that. Okay, we're gonna get some Carla Cohen. If you like Carla Cohen, this is interesting. This one I found, I think it might still be for sale on the website. It's a Kickstarter book, Disputed Territory. Just like the cover. Low print run. I think there's only 100 of these made, so you'll have to check. There is a website for the Disputed Territory. I haven't looked in the last week or so. I don't know if there's still any available, but this was a low print run. I think around 100 copies of this book. And I like Carla Cohen's art, so I just figured, I'll pick this up. I have no idea if it's sold out, if it's gone up in value. Who knows? Now, this is one that I missed. I was not able to get this on Scorpion Comics. It sold out. There's these sets there was only 100 of these sets produced. This is Vampirella number 11. The black and white was limited to 100 copies, and the color was limited to 300. This was a Scorpion Comics exclusive. I think they originally wanted $60 for this set. I got this on an auction for like $30. So I think with shipping, it was maybe $38 or $39. So under $40. So I did better on eBay with this than I would have if I had bought it from Scorpion, which is extremely unusual. There is another issue 12. They just issued the cover for that, and it's fire. I'll have to show you guys what that looks like. The cover for Vampirella number 12 by Carla Cohen is amazing. It's really good, but this one's good. I like this one a lot as well. Got a little booty action right there. And then finally, another Delato I picked up from Scorpion. I buy a lot of their exclusives. This was the Delato G.I. Joe. I think this one right here was the more limited. That was limited to only 300 copies. The other one was limited to 500. So I think it's, again, another one of these sets that was only like $60, and I'm pretty sure the sets sell for over $100 now. So I've had really good luck with Scorpion Comics. Most of their stuff does well, especially if they have a really good artist on there. So those were the books I wanted to show you guys. Let's finish off this CovrPrice. The Empty Man, I think I may have that in my comic book collection. Boom Studios. I'll have to look. Looks like there is a premiere date for the film in December. Invincible, Kirkman book. I know that book's been hot for a long time, especially in high grade. $1,500 for a 9.8. Oblivion Song, I don't know. I've heard rumors about this being developed for a long time. I have no idea if that ever will be. I think I just have the regular A cover. I think I collected only the first 3 issues, and I couldn't get into it. I didn't think it was that good, but I know there's a lot of people that like that title. Paper Girls number 1, that's another book that's doing well. 9.8 just sold for $150. I do have that book in my collection as well. I think I collected the first 10 issues of that. So some San Diego Comic-Con movers. Canto's doing well. It's kind of a cool cover. Looks like that one's selling around $75. These were only $10 originally. Transformers and My Little Pony. That's selling $150 to $200. Low print run, obviously, 285 copies. There's a Momoko, Sleeping Beauties number 1, selling around $150. $10 cost. That was for sale, I think, on IDW's website. Sold out very, very quickly. There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles annual that's selling decent. Most of the San Diego Comic-Cons are doing well. The best one is the Usago Yojimbo number 10, the Peach Momoko variant. That's $400 plus. I think it's at least $500 now. It's gone nuts. So imagine picking that up for $10. It's instantly worth $400 or $500. Absolutely insane. New Avengers number 7, the Illuminati. I talked about that on the hot 10 list from CBSI. There is a variant of that issue as well that you may want to look for. I think it's by Neil Adams. I picked that up pretty cheap, and I think that's going for pretty good money now. Yeah, it says here it's selling for over $80. And key of the week, they're saying, is The Crow #1. There's absolutely no news on The Crow, but people still love The Crow, and a 9.2 just sold for $1,000. Black cover, that's probably hard to find in high grade. That's it. That's your list. That's your CovrPrice list. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys what's kind of hot. That Carla Cohen book. Easier just to go to her Instagram. Yeah, I think that's going to be her next Scorpion Comics exclusive. I love that cover. Oh, let me share my screen. Oops. I haven't been sharing my screen. Jesus. All right, so Carla Cohen, Vampirella #12. That comes up for sale, I believe, this Wednesday. It's going to be very limited. Scorpion Comics, of course, it will sell out in seconds. So if you don't have your Apple Pay linked up to your phone, you're going to have a hard time getting it. That's one of those covers that's kind of a must-buy for me. I love that. I have every single Carla Cohen Vampirella book so far. I think pretty much every one. It was 8 through 11 now, and I think almost every one of them has been Scorpion Comics. So yeah, I'll post it on Instagram once I see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be this Wednesday, probably Wednesday at like 9 p.m. It's kind of what they typically do. I love that cover though. That's one of my favorite by Carla Cohen right there. So I will definitely try to grab that. She's a great artist. I like her work. I also like Jenny Frizen's artwork, and I know she's got some really good stuff coming out. She's known for her Wonder Woman covers. I really love this Catgirl cover. Comes out in October. I don't know yet if this is going to be a variant. Hopefully it's just a B cover variant where you can buy it for regular cover price instead of, hopefully it's not an incentive. Usually DC doesn't do incentives, so I'm kind of thinking it's going to be just like a regular B cover. That one will be a must buy for me. I love that cover. And the other one that is probably going to be a little bit more expensive is the Jenny Frizen issue 11. I think there's going to be a regular B version, then there'll be a black and white. The black and white will be the 1 in 25. There are a couple listings on eBay right now for about $75, $80. I'm going to try to get it a little cheaper than that. I'd like to get it near 50 if I can, but this is a book that I definitely love. I love Jenny Frizen's art, so yeah, it's kind of one of those art buys for me. I just kind of have to buy it, and it's been a good title anyways. So, but Frizen has some pretty nice books coming out. I don't know if this is going to be a cover of Wonder Woman. It kind of looks like it might be, but her art has been fantastic. Again, I'll highlight my good friend Aaron Bartling. I try to get him on the live stream this week if I can. I'm going to wait for his response. If not this week, I'll try to get him maybe next week. So this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin cover that he did. I've highlighted this before, I think, on the channel. Unfortunately, I missed it. I didn't know about this until after it had sold out. This was like a $25 book that sells. I think it's selling for around $400 or $500 raw right now, if not more. He does have an auction going. I don't know if the auction has ended, but he does have a personal copy that he's putting up for auction. Basically a one of one. And I think last time I talked to him, he said it was up to like $2,500. Super, super rare. Again, this was specifically for the artist. He's putting it up for sale. Looks like the auction ends. It may have already ended. I think it already ended. The auction will be starting July 24th and ended July 26th at 11 p.m. So, yeah, I'll have to ask him what he sold it for. That was in his personal collection. I think he was going to autograph it and all that good stuff. So I'll have to find out. It looks like that already ended, but I'll have to find out what it sold for. Maybe I'll have that news released as well on the live stream. that's kind of what I had for you guys. I've tried to cram a lot of information in here. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to touch on a lot of it, but D says, I know the guy that bidded on that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book for $2,500. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's super expensive. So I'll let you guys know. I'm going to try to have him on the live stream maybe on Thursday. If I can't do it this Thursday, I'll try to do it maybe the following week. So I'll keep you posted on that. Yeah. Sorry I can't get to everybody's comments in the stream. I'm kind of pressed for time. I'm 4 minutes past my deadline here. All right, guys. Thanks for checking in with me on the chat. Leave comments. I know some of you watch this in the replay. Please leave a comment. I respond to just about every comment. If there's things you want to talk about or you want to get my opinion on something, I'm more than happy to do that with you. I'm also on Instagram. I know a lot of you already message me on Instagram, so feel free to do that as well. My next show will be on Thursday, Whiskey, Cigar, and Comic Show. I'll try to have Aaron Bartling on, hopefully. I'll keep you posted on that. If not, if he's not able to join, then it'll just be me, and we'll just be talking comics, and we'll be reviewing the comic books that are coming out the following Wednesday. So I'll do a show on that. And I'll let you guys know in advance, so I'll keep you posted. And make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. All right, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you on Thursday.